Good evening, Board, Superintendent Smith, fellow Oaklanders, and staff. I'm a member of the Brotherhood of Elders Network, and I want to ask all of the members.
And your name is?
Oh, my name is Greg Hodge.
Thank you.
I'd like for all the members of the network to please stand so people can see who's in the room who support us in this work. This is who's missing, right? So I want to, and on behalf of my brothers, I want to thank all of them for being here. You're going to hear a couple more speakers tonight. I served on this board for 8 years. I served on the Workforce Investment Board for 9. I've worked at Urban Strategies Council. After Angela left, I was the executive director. So we're all in concert, and we associate ourselves with each other's comments in very much the sense of this continuation of work. The unfinished business. It's interesting that on today's agenda, this is listed as unfinished business. America's business is unfinished. Structural racism, the eradication of it is unfinished. Personally mediated racism is unfinished. Internalized racism that many of our black boys feel is unfinished business. When I served on this body, I called for a resolution and made a resolution to call for a state of emergency on behalf of black boys. We are still in that state of emergency. Our children are in crisis. So what I want to say in the remaining time is I want to thank some folks. I want to thank Mr. Wright. I want to thank Wandra Boyd. I want to thank Clarence Boyd. I want to thank the members of the African American Task Force because the work that you have done is a legacy work. It's the work that we all have to continue to do until all of our children can be educated in this district. Our city, as Angela said, is leading the nation in developing innovative and effective strategies for increasing the chances of our kids. We support the adoption of VRP. We support the leadership of Superintendent Smith, Chris Chapman, and some of you who say you speak for the community, I'm a member of that community. When you speak against the leadership of this superintendent, you don't speak for me. When you speak against Chris Chapman's work, you don't speak for me. When you speak against AAMA, you don't speak for me. Because the folks here have seen superintendents come and go. This is the first person who has stood up and called for this kind of effort. The last thing I'll say is my friend and colleague in the law practice, I met George Holland when I first came out of law school. I would submit that what's missing is our community working together. Our union and teachers and families and everybody has to work this. In my opinion, the best discipline policy is engaging instruction. The best discipline policy is engaged instruction. The best discipline policy is engaged instruction.
Thank you, Mr.
So I would say
Hodge.
to our teachers and all of our community, it's time to get to work. We commit our time, talent, and treasure to helping this work. We're not just coming to the meeting, but we're calling us and we'll be around. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That concludes the speaker cards on this item.